Hi everyone. So I just wanted to record this video for anybody who is considering joining the business but they're maybe not sure. They might have some objections, which is totally fine. It's only natural. So if you're watching this video, I'm going to presume that you have already been speaking to somebody about joining the business. But if not, then feel free to send me a message and I can give you some more information about the logistics and things. But like I say, this video is purely just about overcoming some of the most popular objections that I tend to get personally when I'm chatting to some girls about joining. So the first one is, do I need to have any qualifications to begin? And the answer to that is no. This business is open to anybody. The only thing that we ask is that you're over 18. All our products are completely bulletproof as well, and backed up by science. So basically all the work has been done for you. We've also got a qualified nutritionist on the team as well, who makes up the plans. So literally all your job is to find the customers and to then distribute these plans and products to them. And you will get paid for that as well. So there's no qualifications needed. All the work is done for you. The next question is, will I get any customers? Will I be able to even find the clients? So when you join, you will be given full training on this. We will teach you many different avenues to be able to find customers. Things like using social media, attending events and bringing potential customers and team members to your events. We can organise Zoom calls, phone calls, and also approaching people as well, approaching people when you meet them. And there's so many different ways in which you can gain customers, and like I say, we could teach you all of those ways as well, so don't worry about that. Another thing as well to remember is that there's 7 billion people in the world, and we're active in I think it's like 15 countries now, and that increases annually. Like, we are opening in Dubai soon, next this year, so that's going to be insane because they've never had network marketing in that country before. So when it opens, like, business is just going to boom. So we are active in loads of countries at the moment as well. And also not even 1% of the UK is even on JuicePlus yet, or on any JuicePlus product, less than 1%. I know that the aim of the business aim is by the end of the year to be at that 1% mark. And even to do that, we're still going to need to get 600,000 sales by the end of the year. So it just goes to show that when people say that the market is too saturated, it's not true. Like, if you think of like a football stadium, okay, there's like 80,000 seats in like a larger scale football stadium, and even like I'll just use Livingston because that's where I live. Okay, so there's probably like 15,000 seats there, and when that 15,000 seat stadium is full, there's still people walking about the shopping centre, there's still people in the streets, there's still airplanes flying over. Like, you don't realise how big the world is until you actually like sit back and look. Like, if you're in a busy shopping centre, you could just stand and watch people walk past and think, you don't know about JuicePlus, you don't know about JuicePlus, you've probably never heard of it, you might be on it, but you've not thought about the business side of things. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many people in the world. It's literally as cheesy as like the world is your oyster. If you've got a lot of JuicePlus reps on your Facebook, then you need to be deleting them, because those are the people that's making you think that the market is saturated when it's not. There is so much room for growth. So yes, you will be able to get clients. The next question that I quite often come across is there initial investment to start your franchise? So yeah, there is. But if you think of a traditional business, it requires a hefty investment, often thousands and thousands of pounds, which you're not even guaranteed to get back. When I started a hair extensions business 2 years ago, I spent at least £6,000 trying to get the business off the ground. That included like training costs, rent. I was paying £500 a month on rent for the shop that I was working in, and also travel costs, stock. Like, the expenditure was insane. So this business cost £50. Like, that's nothing for what you're getting. Is absolutely nothing. It's pennies, and it can be made back within a few orders. There's people who are making back their £50 in day one. So for example, if you were to have 5 shake sales, you'd make back your £50, or 2 premium capsule sales, you will make back your £50. And I'm so certain of it that what I will say to anybody who's considering joining but the £50 is putting them off, that if you follow the guidance every single day, you follow your daily method of operation, you do the training that we have given you, you make it on Zoom calls, you speak to people, you message people, and you do not make back your £50 within 60 days, then I will personally refund you your £50. And also it's worth knowing as well that when you pay your £50, you also get your own website, you get your own JuicePlus website that you can send to customers for them to order off. You also get your own virtual office as well that you can log on, and there's access to so many training materials on there too. And also, like, I know with quite a lot of companies, with network marketing companies, it involves quite a lot of hassle. Like, I used to work for Avon when I was like 12, and I had to go around doors handing out catalogues. Then I would go around a week later and collect the catalogues, go through customer order forms, like fill them all out, go in and put in all the orders, and then it would all get delivered to me. Then I would then have to go out and deliver it for the sake of like pennies. With JuicePlus, that's not what we do at all. It's a completely hassle-free business. We've got a back office team who take care of all that for you. Literally, say for example, if I was talking to somebody called Susan, I would just ask Susan what she wanted, what product she wanted to order. I would give her a chat to her about what her needs are. Say, for example, she wanted to lose weight. I would maybe speak to her about shakes and boosters. She would say, yes, I want to order them. And all I would do is get my phone out, go onto my virtual office, pop the order on, and then it's delivered to Susan within a week. Simple as that. Like, so for me, the £50 is absolutely worth it because it takes away all of that stress and all that effort that you've got to put in for like other network marketing jobs. So next question is this a pyramid scheme? So this is quite a common one with the older generation, maybe not with younger ones so much, because I personally didn't know what a pyramid scheme was. So it was quite a big thing in like the 50s and 60s, and in the 70s it was made illegal. So what pyramid schemes were, where people used to invest thousands and thousands of pounds to be given a big lump of stock, and they would have to then sell that on for more money than what they paid for it. So for example, like, people would spend £5,000 on a large amount, like a wholesale amount of out-of-date condoms, and they would then have to sell them on for more money than what they bought them for. And a lot of people would never be able to do it because the items they had no value. So I think when people hear about us distributing products, they automatically think that it's a pyramid scheme, and it's not. It's absolutely nothing to do with that. Pyramid schemes are illegal. We're a legitimate business, and we're also regulated by the DSA, which is a big deal. And we've been around for 25 years as well, so if there was anything dodgy about it, it would have definitely been caught out, but there's not, so you don't have to worry about anything like that. The next question is, do the people at the top make all the money? So this is a really good question. So just think for a minute about traditional business hierarchies. The higher up in the business that you get, the paycheck generally gets bigger. But the promotion process is often biased and unfair. But the difference between traditional businesses and this business is anybody can build a successful business with us, regardless of your background, your circumstances, education qualifications, time with the company, things like that, things that would usually go towards be taken into consideration if you were going for a promotion in a traditional business. With us, it doesn't matter. Basically, if you're willing to put the work in, the company will reward you. If you're not willing to put the work in, the company will not reward you. So it's fair and simple, and it's a completely equal opportunity regardless of who you are. The only thing that we ask from you is that you are over 18. The next one is, does the person who signed me up make money from me? Okay, so when somebody signs a distributor up, the way it works is that they do earn some commission from any orders processed by the person that they signed up. And this commission is a reward for finding and teaching a new mentor to be good at the business. The person who processes the order receives the most commission, while the person who signed the distributor up will get a smaller amount. So say, for example, if I sign somebody up, they will get a larger percent of commission. I will get a small percent of it as a reward for me finding that person. So it works in favour of everybody, but it's worth knowing as well that if that person who I've signed up, say for example, brings on like, I don't know, 100 new customers in a month, they are going to get a much larger percentage on those 100 customers than what I am. So they're always going to be making more money than what I am. They can even overtake me in the business, so they could overtake me position-wise, money-wise. Like I say, going back to it again, if you're going to be good at it, if you're going to put the work in, then you will get rewarded by the company. So I think that's pretty much all of the questions I've got here. Let me just have a look. Yeah, that's the main ones. Another one that I kind of got as well, it's just popped into my head, and I just remember because somebody actually said this to me earlier on today. They said, I'm not healthy enough to be a JuicePlus representative. I'm not pretty enough. So when I first started as well, so I started last March. I started on the products, I didn't start the business properly until November of last year, but in March what I did was I actually just started taking the products and just kind of posting about it online and getting a feel for it and to see if I was going to be any good at the business. And because people were actually seeing, like, people knew what I was like at the start, so I was all about getting takeaways every night, I never did any exercise. I thought of exercise made me feel sick. I was so unhealthy. I was always ill, and my friends and family knew this because they knew me as a person. So when I started to take these products, they could see the changes in me, so that when I decided to join the business, people decided to order from me straight away because they obviously knew the products worked. Whereas I wish I had just started the business back in March properly, and then that way then, like, while I was going through the changes myself, I would have been getting paid for it then as well. So that's what you can do. If you're at a point now where you're not health conscious at all, but you would like to be, the best way to go about it is to start posting about your product journey online. Start telling your friends and family what you're doing, and they will see the changes in you as they're happening, and they'll want to do it with you. And that means that you can have an accountability buddy. Each of you can do it together, and you're getting paid for it too. So I would just say, if you're thinking about it, don't hold off. Like, just do it. If I could tell you that if you were to start now and really go for it with both feet in, you could make £500 and more by next month, would you keep putting it off? Probably not, because everybody wants to have an extra income, don't they? So that is everything then from me. Like I say, this was just kind of an objection handling video. If you're not familiar on the business and you want to know a bit more information on how it works and things, then you can contact whoever it was that referred you to this video, or you can message me as well. So hope that helps then, and I will hopefully hear from you soon. Bye.